Good morning everyone, welcome back to this video, Learning English with Mr. Arti. Wait, where is Mr. Arti? I can't see him. Hi, hello. Now I am Mr. Arti. I'm the cartoon version. Nice to meet you everyone. Alright, today we are going to learn English with me, Mr. Arti. Great. Well, so please prepare your student's book page 40 and 41. It's story time. You can take a look at the text entitled The Day the Ocean Went Out. So in this story, it tells about the disaster that happened a few years ago in 2004. It is tsunami, and you know, it's a real story. It's a real story, and it happened also in our country in that year in Aceh, you know, the tsunami in Aceh on December 26, 2004. So it's just a real story. And before you read this text, I want you to see this video first.
If you didn't know her, you'd think 10-year-old Tilly Smith was just an ordinary schoolgirl. She enjoys all the things ordinary schoolgirls do. She lives an ordinary life and goes to ordinary lessons here at Daneshill School in Oxshott in Surrey. But on the 26th of December 2004, Tilly Smith was caught up in an extraordinary situation and reacted like lightning to save the day. She and her family were on holiday in Phuket in Thailand when the Asian tsunami struck. Most people failed to spot the first warning signs in the water, but Tilly had just studied tsunamis in school.
I remembered because I had been taught it in the geography lesson, and it was the exact same froth, like you get on a beer. It was sort of sizzling.
Just 2 weeks earlier, Tilly's geography teacher, Andrew Carney, had taught them about the early warning signs for a tsunami and how important it is to act quickly.
From the time you suspect something's wrong, then it's crucial to get to higher ground and to get away from the seaside. Even if the water is not that high, the power of the waves could crush and drag you down and drag you away.
I said there's definitely going to be a tsunami, and my mum didn't believe me, she didn't react. And so she just kept on walking, and my dad sort of believed me, and Holly, my sister, was getting really scared, so she ran back to the pool. And then my dad went back with her. And then I said, right Mum, I'm definitely going. There is definitely going to be a tsunami. And she just, bye then. So I went back, and she was sort of reacting a bit more when I had gone. And so she went back to see if I was okay. And then the minute that she had come back, the water started coming up the beach.
The tsunami wreaked havoc across Asia, killing over 270,000 people and causing massive destruction to property. Large parts of Phuket were damaged, but with such simple but crucial information, Tilly managed to save the lives of all the people on her beach.
Well, I told my dad, and my dad told the security guards, and the security guards told the people on the beach, because there was quite a few families on the beach, just in the water.
Some reports claimed Tilly saved over 100 lives that day, but she says the real hero is her geography teacher, who saved her life and those of her family.
If it wasn't for Mr. Carney, then I'd probably be dead, and so would my family, so I'm quite proud that he's taught me that in the time, that it was.
The power of education is the difference between, I suppose, success and failure, life and death in this case, and there is nothing to substitute it for. Without education, I think people are powerless. With education, as can be seen here, they are very powerful in terms of directing their own lives.
According to to the UN ISDR, children can be very effective messengers and can help teach the older generation. If Tilly hadn't been there, her mother may easily have died.
My mum didn't realise, because she wasn't taught about tsunamis when she was younger, and she didn't realise what a tsunami was. She didn't even know that word existed. So I think it's really good to actually know the word and be taught it.
Tilly agreed to be interviewed for the UN International Strategy on Disaster Reduction because she hopes her experience may help spread the word in other countries about the importance of raising awareness. Though her life is now back to normal, she still thinks of those who died in the tsunami and says one day she would like to return.
I sort of felt guilty that I had survived and all those people hadn't. I'd like to go there again just to finish off our holiday, and I'm quite proud of myself that I knew what was happening.
It's hoped when the next time comes, more people will react like Tilly.
In December 2005, Smith was named Child of the Year by the French magazine Monde Quotidien. Smith's story is incorporated into many teaching resources for children about earthquakes, tsunamis, and how to stay safe. And quick thinking can help save people. Any question? Alright, if there's no question, then I will ask you. Number 1, what's the name of the girl? Great, she's Tilly Smith. Number 2, where was she with her parents? They were in Thailand. Nice answer. And the last one, why was she scared? Because the ocean began to bubble and then rushed out. Great. So that's the question from me. And the task today, I will not ask you to do the workbook, but I want you to read the text and record it. It's not video recording, but just audio. Alright? So you read the text and please record it and send it to me. But let me give you an example how to read this text, and later on, please do it better than me. Okay? So let's listen carefully. The day the ocean went out. It was December 26, 2004. Tilly Smith, a 10-year-old girl from England, was on vacation in Thailand with her parents. Together with her parents and hundreds of the other tourists, she was enjoying the ocean and the sun on the beautiful Mai Khao beach close to Phuket in the south of Thailand. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. Tilly and her parents were in the water playing with a ball. Tilly looked around. Lots of people were at the beach and they were having fun. Some were swimming and snorkeling. 2 boys were trying to catch fish. A boy and a girl were building a sandcastle. Other people were reading, eating ice cream, writing postcards, and taking vacation pictures. Suddenly, something strange happened. The ocean began to bubble first. Then it was gone. All the water rushed out, and where we were standing, there was no water anymore, Tilly said. Her parents and many other people wanted to follow the water. Tilly was scared. For a minute, she closed her eyes. She saw herself at school in a geography class in October or November. I heard my teacher, Tilly said, Mr. Kearney, talking to us about the dangers of tsunamis. Before there's a tsunami, I heard Mr. Kearney's voice. The water goes back, then people have 5 or 10 minutes to run quickly out of the water. When the water comes back, it comes back very, very fast and high, and it's really dangerous. Mommy, we have to get off the beach now. I think there's going to be a tsunami, Tilly shouted. At first, her parents didn't understand. Mom, Dad, a big wave. It's dangerous, let's run, Tilly shouted. When people heard that, they started to shout, Off the beach, run! A dangerous wave is coming! Tilly and her parents ran away from the beach. They ran back to the hotel and went up to higher floors. All the other people ran away from the beach too. They followed Tilly and her family. Then the water came back. It was very high and fast, and there was a lot of noise. The water broke trees, huts, and small houses. In many parts of Thailand and other countries, the tsunami killed lots of people. On Macau Beach, all the people were safe. They were safe because 10-year-old Tilly Smith remembered her geography lesson. And they were safe because Tilly reacted so quickly when she saw what was happening. So that's the example, and I believe that you can read it better than me. Well, I think that's all for the video today. Thank you for watching and for your attention. Have a nice day.